Hello there. Today I'm going to do another video, or a video, on the classic arcade pinball plug-and-play system. So this is a pretty cool little plug-and-play. I got it at a thrift store for a couple dollars. Didn't even have to put batteries in it, it had it. And as you can see, it's a pretty cool design. It's got the obvious flipper designs here, but it's also got these little shoulder buttons, which actually feel a lot like arcade pinball buttons. Same with these things. And then you have this little plunger here, which you actually use to launch the ball in the game. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration of how it works. I'm going to plug it in here. So just give me a minute and I'll plug it in. Okay, there we go. Actually, let's do that. Okay, there we go. So you'll have to excuse the amount of light in here. It's about 4:30, so it's still pretty bright outside. But there we go. The TV has turned on, and see what we got when we load it. So, okay, so the menus come up. You can see that we could pick between 3 pinball tables. Wow, it's already started. No, reset. Okay, so you can pick between 3 pinball tables. There is the first one, which you saw in that little demo, was Paleolithic Pete. It's like a, it's like a prehistoric dinosaur kind of thing. Super Star Strike, which is like, the typical Space Cadet style one, which is a space one, and then Skate Scene Pinball, which is like an urban kind of skate park thing. So we're going to start with Paleolithic Pete. You can see it comes up with 3 options: Kid, Arcade, and Wizard. I don't really know what Wizard is. Arcade just makes the ball move a bit slower. So if I bring the controller up here, you'll see a couple things. So you can see that this is how I launch the ball with this little plunger. And if you look at my hand and the plunger at the side here, you can see that it does actually move at the same time. So it's not a button, it's actually analog. So if we pull it about halfway down, it moves about halfway down. If I push it back up, it moves up slowly. So it's actually kind of cool because it's got like a really cool little analog feel to it. And then, of course, you can use either these buttons, these shoulder buttons to control it, or this button to control it. And there we go. So I'll just play a little bit of this game. I'm not going to play a lot, but I'll just go through and show you each of the tables, just show you a little bit of it. So, what's cool is that you can actually tilt the table. It's a little weird because it has some kind of like tilt sensor in it, which is really strange. Which, hold on, I'll do that in a minute. Alright, I'm gonna drop the ball here on purpose. But what you can do is, so if I kind of like hit the controller, which of course it's not doing it now, but actually the ball might have to be in play, so let's do that. So if I hit the controller, it'll say nudge. So watch, I'll do that, and it'll like, and you can eventually tilt. I broke the table. So it's really strange, because I guess it has some kind of tilt sensor in it, which is, I have no idea how it works. It's got to have some sort of like tilt sensor or like motion sensor, which is, because it doesn't work if I just shake it. So it's really strange. So I'm going to go back to the menu here. We'll do abandon game. Oh, well. See, I always get confused because there's abandon game and then there's leave table. Abandon game just restarts the game. You have to pick leave table if you want to quit the game. It also does it on the menus. So this is Superstar Strike. I guess I'll just show kids mode, just because. Basically, the only difference is that I think the ball moves a bit slower, and when you push one button, all of the buttons, both of the flippers move. So you see here, I'm only pushing one button, and both of the flippers are going up. So it's a bit easier. That really seems to be the only difference. Actually, I don't think the ball even moves slower. This is a pretty cool table. A lot of the tables in this game are actually pretty cool. This table has pretty cool music too. I mean, this isn't a bad little game. If you find it at a thrift shop for, you know, like $3, which is what I think I paid for it, I think it's pretty worth it. It's kind of cool, and I have a soft spot for these you know, TV plug-and-play games for whatever reason. I have a whole box full of them. But yeah, I'm actually doing pretty good at this one. Yeah, I think this one tends to move the balls a bit slower, just to make it easier. I've never really found a difference between that and the Wizard version, so I'm not sure. Yeah. The physics in this are pretty good. Also, this one seems to give you, like, extra balls a lot more. But the physics in this are really good. Well, as good as you might expect. But, we're going to quit out and go to the last pinball game. It's a little annoying that there's only 3, but, you know, whatever. And this is Skate Scene Pinball. So I guess we'll try the Wizard mode. I don't know, maybe I'll find a difference here, but I don't know. Maybe it... Oh yeah, it moves quite a bit quicker, I think, is the main difference. Yeah, it really? It moves... I guess it moves like a real pinball table, almost. Yeah, it moves quite a bit faster, I guess that's it. So yeah, this skate one is pretty cool. You see, I can launch the ball at half speed or something like that. This skate one is pretty cool. It's a very, like, urban style environment. You know, there's, like, people skating, there's roads and stuff like that. And game over, wow. Okay, so the Wizard mode is a bit harder. But, yeah, this is a pretty cool game. I mean, you know, I wouldn't recommend paying, like, $20 or $30 for it, but, I mean, if you can find it online or at a thrift shop for, you know, $3, $4, maybe even $5, I would recommend it. It's a fun little game to break out, and it's just kind of cool that it has this sort of analog thing, and you know, the two flippers on the side. It just looks pretty cool. So yeah, and you can see the scores on the side. So it's like, oh, you lost your helmet, you know, minus whatever. So it's just kind of cool. Okay, so I guess I'll just leave the table. There's nothing really else to show on the menu. It's just these 3 tables, and that's your lot. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and please stay tuned for more videos.